Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be playing Meet Your Maker and it's Tombstone Day. So let's look at what I mean by that. We're going to be going into my maps here. And I just want to show you real quick that I've got my 5 active maps. I've got Apollo to 4, this one to 3, 2, 2, 3. The bird cage map is up to 3 now. I'm doing really well with this map. It is the map that has given me, I think it just went down a 0.1. Yeah, it was at 12 kill ratio. Let's go into that. Let's go into that map and take a look at the tombstones. I think the game is quite unique in this way, where as you're designing, you can just, not for the sake of glorifying the fact that you killed a bunch of people, but you can see where your congestion of deaths occurred, so that you know that you've got a good plan going. So right now we see no tombstones. I haven't had anybody raid this building since I last cleaned it up, and normally you only see the tombstones when you go to clean it up per run. Hit the T command. T is in Tarkus. Hit T. Come on. There it is. I guess you got to hit it twice. So what it does, it shows you the historical tombstones that occurred for the time that the map has been killing folks, right? So you can see that in the doorway here, I've got a huge congestion of deaths. So let's go inside the building. So the first death box I made, you can see it's doing its job. The first room, first death box. You can see all the tombstones that has occurred in this one room. Now let's go to the second room. Alright, so not many people have died on that side, which kind of makes sense because probably nobody's thinking about going over there because they've got to deal with everything else that's around them. So I'm just going to hover here and take a look here. So not a lot of tombstones on this back corner, obviously. Just that first room's got a lot of them. It looks like, well, it looks like I got a few up here. So this is where I was hoping to get some, right here at the top where the prize is, because if they try to do a speed run, then these guys here that they ignored during the speed run are going to shoot at them as they get to the top of this hill. And I would imagine if I looked at these records, these were probably people that attempted speed runs, that got up, you know, ran as fast as they could up this thing, and they got here, got the get, and then died. Because that's how I try to combat speed runs. Is if they get, because you're totally exposed. I mean, you're standing here and you got all these mobs that you ignored because you were doing a speed run to get in here. So that's the tombstones for this map. This is my popular map. I like it because of its kill ratio. Let's just look at another one. Let's look at Apollo. Apollo was the first map that I made that was kind of, it was the first map. I was kind of understanding the game. I was really trying to understand how the game worked, how the trap placements, and I never went back to really change the core building of it. I mean, I guess I could have made it better or redesigned it, but I didn't want to for nostalgia reasons. But let's go in there and take a look at the tombstones in this one. This one shouldn't take that long to load. It really is a small map. I didn't really do much, and I've leveled this one here up to 4, and I just keep on leveling it. And check out the arch. So that arch appeared after I got it from 3 to 4 prestige level. So let's hit the T button, and I guess you got to hit it twice, or you got to hold it down maybe. There it is. So I don't have many deaths outside because I don't have monsters or traps here. But as you can see, oh, this is a person that died recently. Okay, I don't have it running there. What's going on here? Why isn't the toggled? Oh, there it is. Okay. I guess you got to hit it a couple times. So here are the deaths. So check this out. Right at the beginning, as people walk in, look at all these tombstones. Look at them all. Look at all those tombstones in this simple little trap design. Just, you know, as you walk in, look at them all. And then you come down here, and this shows you where the clusters are. So you know you're doing a bang-up job. And let's go down here. Yeah, you can see the clusters. Where you know where you want to be killing the, you know, basically having a kill box window. So yeah, look at them all. And you're going to see how simple this is. You probably see, if you've seen my other videos, you've seen, not as congested in here, but I have a few. I have a few in here. And then this is the end. That's it, right there. That's the end. So not many tombstones here because I don't really have a trap here. So they get here, they got to kind of cool off, and then they got to make their way out. Yeah, I got one person. You see a tombstone down in that pit? I like looking in the pits to see if the pits have actually killed people, which is, that's the thing about the pits, is they're just a try to stay away hazard. Yeah, there's one tombstone down in that pit. It just makes people know that they don't want to fall into them, so they have to play a particular way. So the pit might not be generating a lot of tombstones, but it's generating a hazard that they've got to work around. This one here, this pit has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tombstones in it, and this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to count these here on the lip. That one got quite a bit of deaths. So that's really it. I just wanted to show you that was a function in the game. It's Tombstone Day, and I probably will do more videos around the tombstones moving forward, so you can just see how, there's one thing to say that your map's got a 12 kill ratio, but to actually see how many actual people died, these tombstones put it in perspective. These tombstones says, look, you're doing something right here, Tarkus. Look at this. Yeah, this map might only have a 3 or 4 kill ratio, but it's a simple map. I think people have fun with it. And let's just go back out one screen, and I'm going to conclude the video here by just showing you the kill ratios real quick again, so that you understand what you're trying to do in the game is to have the highest kill ratio as possible. So that the map we were in is called Apollo, and that kill ratio in Apollo is 3.2. So that's been doing better because it used to be a 1.8. So I added some augments to the traps. I added a couple augments to the creatures. So I bumped it from a 1.8 to a 3.2. So that's not the greatest kill ratio in the world, and most people would not continue to invest in this unless you did a complete overhaul to get that number higher. And I just don't want to do it because of nostalgia purposes. It was my first one I ever made. The next one here is Prestige 3. The kill ratio on this one is 8.9. This one has a 5.8, but I just did some redesigning on it. This is the one we made in the 40-minute video I did, my 40-minute build video that you'll see in my playlist. I massaged it a little bit to get the number go a little higher, but it's a 5.8 now. My bird cage map, the one that we looked at, the first map we looked at with the tombstones, that's an 11.9. I'm trying to get this number higher, but it gets difficult because if you got duos doing your content, duos tend to not die as often. So that's the thing about kind of the balancing is when I build these maps, I'm keeping duos in mind. But if you go into these maps by yourself, my kill ratio is phenomenally higher. So if you go in there with a friend, my kill ratio is not as high. So there's it's kind of not a balancing thing there, because I'm taking a disadvantage. I mean, if there was a nice button that says no duos, but I don't know if you'd want to do that or not. I mean, not allow duos to go in. I don't know. Either way it goes, it's just I know it affects your kill ratio, because it's easier for people if they have a friend helping them, obviously. The map can systematically be torn apart by 2 people more efficiently than 1 person, right? So my that's what dropped this a point or a 0.1 from last night, is I had a duo go in there and they only died 3 times a piece, so they only died 6. And that's, and that's just the way it is. And the last map that I have, I did a full redesign of this map before I went to bed last night. It's fully redesigned. And after I redesigned it, I bumped it from a 3.8 to a 9.6. So there you go, folks. I mean, look at your tombstones and get to know where people are coming to their death, and try to figure out where you need to patch. I'll call it patching your maze or your sinister layer, where you can concentrate more deaths, because you could go where in a death box that you created and there's no tombstones there, then you got to ask yourself, well, I did something wrong here. I got to redesign this somehow, because I expected more tombstones to be here over, it should be a high congestion of them. If that's what you were going for, and you don't, and when you go into the map and you don't see that, then you need to ask yourself, do I make a change, or do I just kind of just hold on a little longer and see if I can get more deaths in here? That's up to you as a builder. You got to take whatever information you're getting from the tombstone viewpoint and try to make your sinister layer a better sinister layer. All right, well, thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkus Zone.